She had that perfume with the only smell. Hair scrunched up in a ponytail. Gold hoop earrings with her name on them. I had the Coliseum fronts with the fangs on them. Ooh, then it's waist with the fat. Had me all happy to go to math class. Yeah, I had to go for it, baby. Sent the letter over, circle yes, no, or maybe.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is going to be a sample shopping episode, and all of these sample shopping episodes are sponsored by decantshop.com. And decantshop.com is just a wonderful, wonderful site online where you can get decants and samples of niche, designer, discontinued, and vintage fragrances. And they're now selling partial bottles, sometimes new bottles of hard to get scents, sometimes half bottles or quarter of bottles. But if there's something you're interested in getting and you want to see if you can get a deal on it first before paying that full bottle price, check out decantshop.com. Or if you're thinking of getting in a split but want to keep the bottle, check out decantshop.com, because you're going to be able to find a lot of great things. And as we get closer to the holidays, what a great place to get a gift, a card, an e-gift card for someone. Those hard to get people, you can get them an e-gift card and they can get what they want on their own. So decantshop.com is sponsoring this episode, and coupon code MAX12 will always get you 12% off your entire order, so don't forget to use that as well. Now, we have four fragrances sent to me by Decant Shop this week, and first up is a Tom Ford scent from the private line called Cafe Rose. Now, I did a full review of Oud Wood a few weeks back, and we've looked at Japan Noir, Bois Americain, Neroli Portofino on previous sample shopping episodes. And I wasn't in love with any of those, but I do love Tobacco Vanille and Tuscan Leather, and I love Oud Wood, and I'm starting to come around to Noir de Noir as well. Now, I've often seen this one marketed more to women than men, even though I think most private blend scents are billed as unisex. This one is from the Jardin Noir line, the Black Garden line, and notes in this fragrance are saffron, black pepper, May rose at the top, Turkish rose, Bulgarian rose, coffee in the middle, amber, incense, patchouli, and sandalwood in the base. Normal Tom Ford private blend prices: $210 for the 50 ml, $290 for the 100 ml, and $520 for that flacon. And I'm very close to giving up on rose. I've smelled the Le Labo rose fragrances, I've smelled Lyric Man, I've smelled Rose Poivre, and I'm just not a rose fan. Additionally, for a coffee and rose scent, I really feel that Cafe Intense, or Intense Cafe, which is what it's called, by Montale, blows this just right the fuck away. That's sort of my go-to coffee scent, and I just don't get much more here than rose. With a bit of pepper and saffron, I would never buy this. I think it's outrageously priced. I don't think Tom Ford does lighter scents well. Are Neroli Portofino and Lime Azure bad scents? No, they're not. But are they worth $200 each? I don't see that personally. So far, my favorite rose scent has been Le Labo Rose 31. And that's not really a rose scent. It's a really dirtied up rose scent. And I don't even love that either. I also don't think this gives great longevity or projection. This is a pass with a capital P for me. I brought this into work and let some of the guys that have gotten the fragrances smell this. None of them liked it as well. They just thought it was a rosy old women's scent. And I have to agree, I think this is trash. So Cafe Rose, big pass for me. Now, next up is Montale Fougere Marine. And I was really anxious to get my nose on an aquatic Montale. And I guess this is supposed to be a more classic Fougere than an aquatic or an aquatic Fougere. Normal Montale pricing, $110 for the 50 ml, $160 for the 100 ml. And you can sometimes find deals on these on sites like FragranceNet or Beauty Encounter. I think FragranceNet does have this. I think you can get like 100 ml of it for around $90 with the coupon codes. And notes on this fragrance are lavender, patchouli, oak moss, seawater, musk, and geranium. So your typical Fougere made into aquatic. Now, I was really dubious about this scent going in. Montale is a house that relies on their Middle Eastern materials like oud and musk and incense. And so without any of those and trying to do a fresh, uplifting, and light scent, I certainly had my doubts, and it smells exactly like I thought it would. It's a Marine Fougere dead on. The problem for me is that there are so many fragrances in this class, priced in that TJ Maxx range, that I could see people who don't understand that going out and actually buying this scent, and I think that would be a mistake. Now, it's really, really crisp and really, really clean. I get the lavender, I get the oak moss, I get the seawater. Would I like to have this scent in my collection? Yeah, definitely. Would I pay niche prices for it? Absolutely not. Not when houses like Nautica and Polo and Lacoste make so many scents that smell similar to this for less than half the price. So I will not be picking up Fougere Marine, but it's a really, really nice, crisp, clean, aquatic scent. Next up, we have a fragrance from the Different Company, and this, of course, is the French house that was started by Jean-Claude Ellena in 2000. Nowadays, I'm pretty sure that his daughter, Celine Ellena, does most of the fragrances, and so far we've looked at the aforementioned scent Rose Poivre, which I didn't love. This is a vetiver-based scent, and this is called Celle de Vetiver, and 50 mLs of this runs 150, 90 mLs runs 220, so fairly expensive but not outrageous. Notes on this fragrance are Haitian vetiver, grapefruit, cardamom, geranium, patchouli, iris, and ylang ylang. The inspiration behind this fragrance was the scent of salt drying on the skin after being in the sea. So let's get right into it. I think the goal of the sea salt dying on the skin is dead on accurate. I think that's exactly what this smells like. It's salty. The vetiver is very, very slight. So I'm not sure if me personally, if I would consider this a vetiver-based scent. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I get cardamom. I get grapefruit. I get salt. Definitely smell some vetiver, but when I think of vetiver-based scents, I think of Vetiver Extraordinaire by Frederic Malle. I think of Vetiver by Guerlain. Oops, sorry about that. I think of Vetiver Tonka by Hermes, even though that's more of like a hazelnut sort of dealie. But I don't think Celle de Vetiver is a vetiver scent, to me at least. It's a salty scent with some light vetiver, some cardamom, some geranium, and some grapefruit. And again, I wouldn't pay the prices commanded for this scent. I just think it's too light. Doesn't do much for me. I could see it, you know, maybe I need to come back to this, and I will, during this spring or summer, when I could see this doing a little bit better. Now it's cold out in New York. It is brick-ass cold. It is North Face hoodie weather, and so I'm just not feeling this one right now, personally. Finally, today we have another Nasomatto fragrance. So far I've reviewed Black Afghano, I've reviewed Absinthe, we've talked about China White on Sample Shopping. So after this we'll do Pardon and Duro at some point, and then I think might be done with Nasomatto, unless they put something else out, you know. This one is called Hindu Grass. Now, when I picked up Absinthe from Barney's, I got my nose on this one as well. I think I was trying to figure out whether I should get this one or Absinthe. And I went with Absinthe because I remember not loving this one. And it's typical Nasomatto price, $165 for 30 ml. But they are perfume extracts, so they are very, very high quality. This is primarily known as a patchouli-based scent. And notes on this one are patchouli, obviously, herbs, grassy notes, and tobacco. And the aim Nasomatto took with this fragrance was to, quote, breathe the belief in universal peace and love. It is a result of the quest for the warm affection of humanity, end quote. Okay. And this is a straight-up headshot-like patchouli bomb. Maybe I should have trusted my instincts and not come back to this one. There's definite quality here, guys. But to be honest with you, I don't get the grass or herbs or tobacco. I just get that patchouli blast with menthol, eucalyptus-y vibe to it that I don't dig. But that's just the end of the story here for me. And I'll tell you this. This is the first Nasomatto scent that has just straight up disappointed me. You know, the other ones that I've got my nose on, at the very least, were nuanced. You might not like Absinthe or Black Afghano or Pardon, but you'd be hard-pressed to say they're not interesting or layered and very multifaceted. You really can't say that about the other fragrances. You can say that about this one. This is just patchouli, 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 and I really can't say anything else about it other than if you like patchouli, give it a whirl. If not, stay far, far away from this. Anyways, that is this week's episode of Sample Shopping. You know I like to put them in order of which ones I like best to last. I am going to say I like Fougere Marine the best, but I definitely didn't love it. Sell the Vetiver second. This is how much I dislike Cafe Rose. I think Hindu Grass is third, and I think Cafe Rose is fourth. I really think Cafe Rose is appalling, and I'm shocked that Tom Ford would charge that price for this scent. I really think, no offense, because a lot of reviewers I really like wear this, but I think you're a sucker if you buy that for $200. I really do. We all have different noses. And, I'm not, it is what it is, man. We all smell shit differently. I just do not like that one at all. I'm not a rose guy, though. So, maybe that's unfair that I'm saying that because I'm not a rose guy. Anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching. We have another episode of Sample Shopping coming up next week. And, again, decantshop.com, code MAX12 is going to save you 12% off of your final order.
I can't be that girl. I said I remember. Just call me. I need you. Just call me.